Chapter 001, Hell Spirit. Grass. Lightning flashed through the air and dark clouds covered the sky. A heavy rain was about to fall. Inside Wohu City, Chen Xiang, while looking up the sky, muttered to himself, I cannot delay any longer. If I don't find a good spirit herb soon, I might never get the opportunity again. Chen Xiang had just turned 16 this year, and his build was more robust than others of similar age. Although he had a handsome face and youthful countenance, his eyes have a sense of maturity that was not present in others his age. Although his grandfather was the patriarch of the Chen family, because Chen Xiang didn't have any spiritual veins, he had to pick herbs for himself. Not having spiritual veins meant he was incapable of practicing martial arts. Since he was a child, he had been diligently training his own body and secretly going out to train. He once even fought a tiger-type beast. Although he was young, due to the amount of life and death experiences Chen Xiang had endured, his mental state was far more fortified than the mental states of his peers. Chen Xiang? What are you doing out here? A storm is about to blow in. Are you sure you want to be out in this weather? An old steward spoke while walking towards him. Seeing the amount of hard work Chen Xiang did every day, the old steward could not help but admire him. However, a sliver of regret could be seen in his eyes. Chen Xiang had worked very hard and practiced every day for 6 years. But he was stuck at the 3rd level of the mortal martial realm. Other Chen family members, of a similar age, had already entered into the 4th level of the mortal martial realm, and some had even reached the 5th level. This was all due to the fact that he didn't have any spiritual veins. As such, the family didn't attach any importance to him, and he was only treated as an ordinary member of the Chen family. Although he lacked spiritual veins, he had never been discouraged by it and had been diligently training himself. The process of attempting to train allowed him to feel a sense of accomplishment. Old Ma, I was just going to pick some herbs. Chen Xiang laughed and ran up to the old steward, who sighed and shook his head. It's useless since you do not have any spiritual veins. No matter how hard you practice, you still won't be able to advance. Chen Xian had heard such words all throughout his life, but he still insisted that, no matter what, he would not give up. A middle-aged man walked up to the two of them. Xiang Yar, are you really going to go out in this weather? Chen Xiang, with a small smile on his face, said, Dad, the storm is a good opportunity for me to pick herbs as no one will be there to snatch them from me. The middle-aged man was Chen Xiang's father, Chen Tianhu, a very famous and formidable cultivator and also one of the most promising candidates to inherit the position of patriarch of the Chen family. Though his son was somewhat crippled, he had always encouraged Chen Xiang, and, from time to time, provided him with precious pills. Unfortunately, the pills didn't have any effect on Chen Xiang. Here. Chen Tianhu smiled helplessly and threw a small box towards Chen Xiang. Chen Xiang took the box without even looking at what was inside because he knew that it contained a pill. He smiled and said, Dad, thank you. Now I don't need to steal the chickens that old Ma raised for his health. That comment made the steward frown. He didn't know that his chickens had been targeted. Watching Chen Xiang, as he left, Chen Tianhu could only let out a sigh because although he had a very high status within the Chen family, the elders in charge of managing the pills were very strict, as pills were precious resources for cultivation, and thus, he could only save a few of them for Chen Xiang. Sadly, their therapeutic effect actually was not that significant, because they were too few in number to affect Chen Xiang. What father doesn't hope for his son to become successful in life? As Chen Tianhu did not have any other methods, all he could do was acquire some pills for Chen Xiang, and hope for the best. Immortal Devil Cliff. This was a very desolate place, and, at the moment, a bare-chested teenager was climbing down the cliff. Under the heavy downpour, Chen Xiang was actually climbing down the cliff. This was extremely dangerous, as the Immortal Devil Cliff was very deep and filled with a type of black chi that gave off an aura of death, therefore many people didn't even want to approach this place. Nevertheless, Chen Xiang still came here to pick some herbs and was gradually descending into the ravine, slowly approaching the bottom. If others were to know about this, they would laugh at him for being a madman. At a place that even birds don't shit, which was eternally filled with death chi, it was hard to imagine that it was an ideal location for spirit herbs. Of course, Chen Xiang was not stupid. He knew that this immortal devil cliff had been present for many, many years and had always been full of death qi. According to common sense, this lifeless place shouldn't have any spirit herbs, but Chen Xiang didn't actually believe that, as he knew that when things reached to an extreme, there was bound to be some reason for that extreme to exist, and he believes this eternal death qi is caused by a legendary spirit herb. Hell spirit grass. Although this spirit herb sounded very deadly, it was actually a very strange herb, which could even make a dead skeleton regrow its flesh. It ordinarily grew in ancient battlefields or in cemeteries where the death qi was abundant. Only on rainy days would the black qi sink, all due to the rainfall. Because of this, Chen Xiang was able to see down into the deep precipice. He wanted to go deeper into this place so that he could search for the hell spirit grass. He doesn't want the hell spirit grass for himself, but if he got this sacred herb, he could trade it for many precious pills, which would allow him to be free from his current predicament and gain formidable strength. Raindrops continuously fell on Chen Xiang, making him feel very uncomfortable while also making the rocks on the cliffside very slippery. He became very cautious, and carefully climbed down the cliff, so as not to fall. Nobody knew what was at the bottom of the immortal devil cliff, and there had been many who have gone down, but the number of people that have climbed back up was 0. To fall down meant death. 2 hours had passed and the rain continued to fall. Chen Xiang had been exercising for many years and, just by relying on his strong body, he had descended several dozen feet into the deep precipice. Chen Xiang carefully observed his surroundings and found a good temporary shelter. Then he saw something which made his heart beat rapidly. Hell spirit grass. Chen Xiang shouted out with excitement, gazing straight down. He saw something similar to a white sesame seed cake. He was confident that this was the legendary hell spirit grass. The whole ravine was filled with black death qi, and, to top it all off, the color of the hell spirit grass and the cliff was the same, making this herb very difficult to spot. Though Chen Xiang was very excited, he calmed himself down and rested for a moment, before continuing his journey down. It wasn't long before Chen Xiang arrived next to that hell spirit grass. He swallowed his saliva and looked at the white hell spirit grass that was the size of a bowl. He could feel the vigorous life force emitted by the hell spirit grass. Chen Xiang picked up the hell spirit grass with one hand. He estimated that this hell spirit grass had been growing for more than 1,000 years. Selling it on the auction would earn him an astronomical sum. Chen Xiang picked up the spirit grass, put it inside his storage pouch, and then grinned, haha. It's time for this daddy's salted fish to stand up from failure. So long as he is able to sell this hell spirit grass, he will be able to purchase a lot of good rank pills, then he will be able to advance by leaps and bounds. The rain was gradually easing up and Chen Xiang was very content right now, so he didn't continue searching the huge cliff, and, instead, choose to climb back up. After all, his strength was very limited, and climbing up was a very hard and dangerous task. After climbing for more than half an hour, the precipice suddenly started to tremble and shake. Chen Xiang's heart was palpitating as he realized that something bad was happening. As he looked above, he saw many small stones falling from the cliffside. As they fell into the abyss, the trembling cliff began to shake much more severely. Damn, I finally got the hell spirit grass and this happens. Heaven, are you kidding me? The cliff's sudden shaking couldn't help but make Chen Xiang curse bitterly. He wanted to remain calm, so he made himself hold onto the rugged cliff, otherwise, he would have fallen down in shock. The tremors continued to increase in strength and Chen Xiang gradually fell into despair. He, again, looked up and saw a giant piece of rock falling towards him. At the same time, the rock he was holding began to crack. God, I just got the hell spirit grass, but now you are bringing me down to hell, are you f***ing with me? Chen Xiang could not help but curse, but this time, the black qi started to rise up, and the rock Chen Xiang was holding broke. Ah! Chen Xiang's body fell into the abyss, filled with black qi, and shouted, with unwillingness filling his voice. After an unknown amount of time passed by, Chen Xiang finally opened his eyes. To his surprise, he was able to see light within the abyss, and what astonished him the most was that there was water present here. He was also able to breathe. Chen Xiang floated to the surface, and he saw that he was currently in a pool shining with a white aura. What shocked Chen Xiang, even more, was that, not far from him, there were two stunning girls with long hair, sitting on the ground. And even more shocking than before was that these two celestial beauties were naked. Their two perfect and flawless jade bodies were completely visible in front of him. Those two, with their pure faces, which were like meticulously carved jade statues, being without the slightest flaw. Their twin peaks were abundant and their waists were slender and smooth. They were beautiful and breathtaking. This was Chen Xiang's first time seeing women as beautiful as them. The fragrant and stunning scene had a great impact on Chen Xiang, shocking him into stillness. His whole face flushed red and his heart and breathing seemed to have stopped. The two girls were hunkered down and looking at each other. After some time, they finally found Chen Xiang, but they totally disregarded him, and, seeing this, Chen Xiang felt humiliated, as he was totally disregarded by the two beauties. After a period of absent-mindedness, Chen Xiang was finally able to see that the crevasse was falling apart. There were many cracks and pits visible, broken stones were scattered on the ground and, alongside the broken stones, there were pieces of scattered white silk, which gave him the idea that a battle had been fought here. He speculated that it was these two girls that were the cause of the battle, which had led to their clothes being torn apart. Chen Xiang did not know about why these two stunning and alluring girls were fighting here, in this abyss, but he realized that these two women were quite formidable, and their strength was beyond the scope of his knowledge, being able to shake the earth and move mountains with their power. These two are the cause of my current predicament. They shook the cliff and caused me to plunge down here, but, fortunately, I had some good luck and did not die. Chen Xiang was angry, but, at the same time, he was curious about these two mysterious girls. Chen Xiang slowly walked towards the two women, marveling at their flawless jade bodies. The abyss next to the immortal devil cliff was called Hell, but, for Chen Xiang, this hell was similar to paradise. There was a deep pool filled with a soothing white aura and most importantly, beside this pool there were two stunning naked girls. Only, at this time, the two girls realized that not far from them, a pair of fiery red eyes were glancing at them, and they felt shame and anger at his leering gaze. Chapter 002, Yin and Yang Divine Veins. The two absolutely gorgeous girls did not move, yet he felt a monstrous killing intent coming from them. Their perfect eyes were squinting, due to anger, but, for some reason, they were not able to turn their heads. Sisters, aren't you cold? Why aren't you wearing any clothes? I'm feeling cold just standing here. Chen Xiang did not know what to say, so he asked a random question. At this time, the coldly elegant girl, with an ice-cold face, said, "You take one more step and I will let you experience the pain of your bones corroding. You might as well just wish for death." Although the girl sounded crisp and ethereal and would have been perfect but for one thing, her voice didn't contain any emotion. The girl's looks and temperament were just like her voice. Her presence would cause anyone, who saw her, to feel cold. Her eyes were filled with a cold aura, revealing a deep hostility in them. "Brat, if you dare come closer, I'll make sure you regret ever being born into this world." The other girl spoke in a low voice. Her voice was pleasing to the ear, coming from all sides and captivating one's soul. Her beauty was that of a seductress, a stunning masterpiece to all those who saw her. Having two stunning beauties standing in front of him greatly tempted Chen Xiang. Though he would never call himself a gentleman, he was not a deceitful person. At present, though the two girls were unable to move, he did not take advantage of them. Chen Xiang calmed down and then spoke politely, "Ladies, this is not intentional. I was trying to harvest some herbs above the cliff, but the cliff started to shake and then I fell. I'm lucky to be alive." While talking, Chen Xiang removed two gowns from his pack and walked towards the girls. He could see that the two girls weren't able to move and, in order to not let them feel any more embarrassed, he decided to cover their bare bodies. Chen Xiang was now much closer to the girls and could not help but let his eyes feast on their exquisite bodies. The elegant beautiful girl could only close her eyes and endure the fiery hot gaze of Chen Xiang, as he looked at her body. She trembled while emitting a cold slaughter qi, which chilled to the bone, making Chen Xiang tremble. Chen Xiang's whole body was covered in cold sweat, and he felt a bit of trepidation while trying to cover the cold girl's body. Ahem. This allowed the girl to become somewhat appreciative of Chen Xiang, and her complexion improved a bit. She was no longer releasing any slaughter qi. Chen Xiang arrived at the seductive girl's side and saw that she was giving him a small smile, which made Chen Xiang's face slightly red. He took a deep breath and calmed himself down. Only then did he put the gown over her. This act made the two girls feel a bit of gratefulness in their hearts. They also felt somewhat guilty, as they had just threatened him. Moreover, they were responsible for the shaking of the cliff. If not for Chen Xiang's luck, perhaps he would have died. The two girls relaxed a little. Chen Xiang did not do anything dirty to them, and this mindset of his made the girls appreciative. They were very clear on how strong a man's temptation could be, especially with bodies like theirs. Ladies, have you been here for a long time? Can you tell me how to get out? I cannot stay here for a lifetime, I have some very important business to attend to. Chen Xiang spoke with frustration. The seductive girl, with a faint smile, spoke softly and said, "Little brother, I have noticed that you don't have a spiritual vein, and, in this life, you will never be able to become a strong cultivator. However, I can gift you an extreme yang divine vein. Furthermore, I can teach you some formidable divine exercises and also teach you alchemy, so that you can refine pills. All of this could help you become a formidable cultivator, but I will only under one condition." The seductive girl threw a coquettish wink towards Chen Xiang, which made Chen Xiang's desire increase a little, yet these words made him slightly startled. However, he felt somewhat uncertain. He could see that these two girls were very strong, but since they were currently injured and could not even move, how would they be able to help others? The beautiful cold girl's eyes lit up. "Brat, I will also grant you an extreme yin divine vein and teach you how to practice devil exercises. My devil exercises are not any different than my junior sister's divine exercises." She looked into his eyes. "Neither of us would lie to you. It is beneath us." Chen Xiang's body shook. Only geniuses were born with high-grade spiritual veins. But above high-grade spiritual veins were profound veins. After profound veins there were heavenly veins, above that there were divine veins. Having divine veins was almost like going against heaven's will. "Did you injure your head somewhere from the fall? Don't make fun of me. I may not have skills, but I'm not an idiot." Although they were far above Chen Xiang in power, he did not believe them. "If you obtain these, becoming a formidable cultivator will not be difficult at all. However, later on, you have to help us restore our strength," the seductive girl said, shaking Chen Xiang to the core. The cold girl spoke, "We were attacked by a personal enemy and were severely wounded. We are now unable to move and we even lost our previous strength. Moreover, formidable demon beasts lurk around here, so we have to leave quickly." Their meridians, bones, dantian, and internal organs had been hit hard. It can be said that they were completely destroyed, and this was due to the battle with a personal nemesis, which also shook the earth and mountains. This made Chen Xiang shudder. The arrival of Chen Xiang was undoubtedly a good opportunity for them to leave this place. They knew that this place was frequently haunted by demon beasts and, as they were defenseless, they could end up as a meal for these demon beasts at any time. "You must believe us now, otherwise, you will never be able to climb out of here in your lifetime," the seductive girl said seriously. Chen Xiang had a difficult time accepting what the two had said. Receiving yin and yang divine veins and also getting devil and divine skills for free was a ridiculous idea. But, after considering everything, he could only choose to believe what they said. Chen Xiang, with a bitter sigh, said, "I do hope that you are not playing me. This young one is named Chen Xiang, how should I address my two elder sisters?" The cold beauty said, "Bai Yuyo." To the seductive girl with a charming smile said, "Sumi Yao." 3 Chen Xiang smilingly said, "Those names really fit you. All right, what is our next step?" Sumi Yao said, "We must first enact a blood deed, which ensures that both parties won't betray each other. We will do this because we will have to live together for a very long time. Transferring our divine veins to you is a very easy thing for us. Senior sister and I have dual divine veins. Giving you one of them will not affect us. Dual divine veins. Moreover, they both had them. Chen Xiang's mouth was twitching. This made it all the more difficult to believe. However, at the same time, his heart was also somewhat excited, because these two formidable girls will live together with him for a very long time, and, for any man, that would be a dream come true, but they still had to rely on him to restore their strength. Bai Yuyu said, "We don't understand what the other is like, and to prevent that from causing disastrous events, a blood deed is a must." Sumi Yao explained the common things about the blood deed and then explained the steps of a blood deed in detail. The blood deed was simple. First, soak a beast skin in their blood, and then draw the blood deed totem on it. Thereafter, write down the contract's content on the blood deed, then have the three bleed onto the blood deed and the process would be complete. The blood deed will form a contract with the soul. This will allow one to see the contract with their soul. The blood deed filled Chen Xiang with shock. Only at this time did he believe what these two said was real. His heart was also filled with excitement, because, from now on, he will live with these beauties for a very long time. Moreover, this rotted salted fish can, not only, stand up from failure, but also can overturn Tianshan. For after that, the two girls, with celestial appearances, and Chen Xiang formed a contract. "Sisters, you can't move because your bones and meridians have received quite severe wounds, right?" Chen Xiang asked, as he just picked up the Hell Spirit grass. This Hell Spirit grass was known to regrow flesh and bones, and it aided recovering from an injury. Bai Yuyu, while nodding, said, "Our enemy was very strong, but that slut couldn't kill us directly, due to a blood deed, therefore she destroyed our powers, and then let us sit here to wait for our deaths. Chen Xiang's arrival had, undoubtedly, saved them. Thus, they were willing to transfer their unnecessary divine veins to Chen Xiang. Chen Xiang was wrought with fear. These two mysterious girls, with dual divine veins, were already very formidable, but their enemy was even stronger than them and had put them in their current states. "I picked up this Hell Spirit grass on the cliff above. Will this allow you to recover from your injuries?" Chen Xiang asked. Since he would soon have two divine veins, the Hell Spirit grass didn't matter anymore. Sumi Yao's face filled with joy, and said, "Yes, of course, with this we'll be able to move." Chen Xiang grinned, with a simple and honest smile on his face. As he took out one half of the Hell Spirit grass, he divided it into two pieces and fed the two women. Feeding the two beauties made Chen Xiang quite happy. Although the Hell Spirit grass couldn't fully restore the injuries of the two, it would, at least, allow their bones to recover without any internal disruption, making it so that they could walk freely, but they still would not be able to recover their strength. "Sisters, what is your background, and who is your formidable enemy?" This is also what Chen Xiang was most curious about. Bai Yuyu coldly shot him a look with one eye. "On the contract, there was nothing saying we had to tell you about this. I do not have to reply to you." Sumi Yao, reorganizing her hair, softly said, "These are things you should not ask, as it will involve you too broadly. You are still young. Satisfying your curiosity will only bring fatal disaster to you, which is not good for any of us. Now, let's transfer the divine veins." Notes: 1 Li equals 500 m2, Bai Yuyu, equals means distant representing the cold temperament. 3. Sumi Yao, equals means charming jade representing the seductive temperament. 4. Tianshan equals here Tianshan is just used as a reference, and it looks something like this. Chapter 003, Shui Xianxian. To prepare for the divine vein transfer, Chen Xiang sat down on the ground, crossed his legs, and concentrated his spirit power. Both Bai Yuyu and Sumi Yao's delicate hands were pressed against Chen Xiang's stomach. From their beautiful hands, a black and a white mist surged out. The black was Bai Yuyu's extreme yin divine vein while the white was Sumi Yao's extreme yang divine vein. Both had a mystical appearance. Within Chen Xiang's body appeared a white and a black stream, randomly spreading through his muscles, bones, and meridians in waves. As they circulated, his body began to slowly strengthen, wave after wave, and, at last, the white and the black qi gathered in his danshan, forming a Tai Chi yin-yang diagram. This was the yin and yang divine veins. As Sumi Yao and Bai Yuyu saw the extreme yin and yang divine veins successfully fuse with Chen Xiang, they could not help but get excited. They originally thought that the fusion of the extreme yin and extreme yang divine veins would be very difficult. For them, this was an experiment, so they didn't know what would happen, but they certainly didn't expect it to be successful. Sumi Yeo and Ba Yuyu slowly retracted their hands and watched the white and black mist start to rise from Chen Xiang. Both of them had complex and surprised expressions on their faces. According to the knowledge of the sisters, there has never been a single person with both yin and yang divine veins existing simultaneously. At this time, they realized that this brat, so long as he cultivates diligently, will one day become a universally unrivaled master. Chen Xiang gradually opened his eyes. He had never felt this comfortable and strong in his life. So this is a divine vein. Ah, it feels so good. Later I'll be able to enter the true martial realm. Chen Xiang was somewhat excited, and a strange and evil smile flashed over his face, looking very nasty in comparison to his previously simple and honest appearance. This made the hearts of two beauties fill with worry. In this world of cultivators, the mortal martial realm is divided into 10 stages: refining qi, quenching body, martial body, opening vein, true qi, divine sense, true aura, divine power, true form, and finally completion. Above the mortal martial realm is the true martial realm. It is the dream of many cultivators to reach the true martial realm. After reaching that realm, one will be filled with overwhelming force, and their lifespan will be extended up to 1,000 years. Chen Xiang was currently at the 3rd level of the mortal martial realm, the martial body stage. For a long time, he had been unable to enter the 4th level of the mortal martial realm, the opening vein stage. True martial realm? That would simply bring disgrace to the divine vein, Ba Yuyu spoke with disdain. Sumi Yeo gave Chen Xiang a serious look. You have yin and yang divine veins, your outlook must be more open. In this world, power never completely stops advancing. There are many different worlds. You are currently in the Xinyu mainland, and this is only a small piece of land in a mortal world. You have to remember the contract. You must help us restore our strength. This is not a simple matter. Chen Xiang nodded repeatedly and said, as long as I am alive, I will certainly fulfill the contract and restore the strength of you, two sisters. Ba Yuyu nodded with satisfaction. The quickest way to restore our strength is to use dans, and they must be very high-ranking dans. After our strength is restored, the contract will be complete. At that time, we will be able to take our revenge. Chen Xiang felt a little lost, but if the two beauties stayed by his side, it was certainly something to be happy about. Sumi Yeo removed a ring from her beautiful hair and threw it towards Chen Xiang, saying, put a drop of blood on it and it will recognize you as its owner. Using this ring is similar to using a storage pouch, so put my elder sister and I in it, then you can climb back up. You should not stay down here much longer, this place is frequently visited by demon beasts. Dripping blood on it, Chen Xiang established a contract with the ring. The space inside the ring was very small, yet, in Chen Xiang's knowledge, legendary storage rings should have a space as vast as a sea. However, one could place living creatures in this storage equipment. This made Chen Xiang marvel. Common storage pouches were very rare and are distributed by sects in the Immortal Mountains. While they were rare, they certainly couldn't hold living creatures inside. According to Sumi Yeo's words, he placed the two women into the storage ring. As he put it on his finger, the ring became invisible. This made Chen Xiang admire it even more. He ate the dan, given by his father, and, with plenty of stamina, he started climbing the cliff, leaving the death chi-filled abyss beneath him. For him, this was a very arduous challenge. Climbing the cliff made Chen Xiang even more depressed because he was not able to see anything, due to the black death chi, which also increased the difficulty of the climb. After arduous climbing that lasted for a full day, Chen Xiang finally reached the top. Now that he had completed the climb, he realized that it really wasn't all that difficult due to the divine veins. As he was climbing up, he absorbed large amounts of spirit chi which entered his body and eliminated the fatigue, making him as energetic as a dragon and as fierce as a tiger throughout the entire climb. After Chen Xiang got his bearings, he embarked on his way back towards Wohu City. Although he was not able to see Ba Yuyu and Sumi Yeo inside the ring, he was still able to sense them. Sisters, when are you going to teach me those divine and devil exercises? Chen Xiang impatiently asked as he was very curious about those divine and devil exercises. Your body is too weak at the moment, thus, you will not be able to withstand the devil exercises. Bai Yuyu transmitted, in an ice-cold voice. Sumi Yao said, you can practice the divine exercises anytime, but first you should return home. I also plan on teaching you alchemy. Chen Xiang, in his heart, was delighted and started to run as fast as he could. In the southern part of the Southern Martial Empire, Wohu City, with a population of 1 million, was quite large and prosperous. It was also the place where the Southern Martial Empire's famous martial arts family, the Chen family, lived. The Chen family had several thousand years of history, and even now, their strength was still quite formidable. With a very rich heritage, they were able to survive for several thousand years, which proved their strength. The Chen family was also very wealthy, and, inside Wohu City, they are the most powerful economic force. The Chen family villa occupies several thousand acres of land, with a countless number of courtyards and numerous gardens. It was surrounded by mountains and rivers, so, even if someone wanted to sneak in, they would get lost. Tianhu Park, anyone can guess that this mansion belongs to Chen Tianhu. As a Chen family member having a prominent position, owning a huge house is a normal thing for that person. Dad, I'm back. Chen Xiang returned and rushed into the library, as he knows his father is always there. Chen Tianhu laughed and said, you smelly brat. You finally came back. Did you know that there is a little beauty here, waiting for you? Do you still remember the little girl of the Xue family? Your little wife. Chen Xiang brow wrinkled. In his mind, there was an attractive little girl, with skin like jade, that he played with when he was only 5 or 6 years old. Father, you mean Xue Xianxian? Chen Xiang asked, remembering the girl of the Xue family. She came and visited the Chen family when she was small. At that time she and Chen Xiang had both played for the entire day, both had a very good time and, later, their families arranged for them to be married. Chen Tianhu nodded his head, right. That little girl is in the villa, just as you went out to look for herbs, she came, and pleaded me to allow her to see you. Chen Tianhu smiled and looked out of the window as he said this. Chen Xiang followed his father's gaze and saw a girl, with skin like jade, walking in the courtyard outside. The girl had long hair, a white full-body robe, and was adorned with shining golden ornaments. Seeing the girl's attire, which was similar to that of a fairy, Chen Xiang couldn't help but be dazed by her beauty. That girl was only 14 or 15 years old, yet her skin was white as snow, giving her a beautiful appearance and making people unable to move their gaze from her. When the girl saw Chen Xiang through the window, her beautiful face was filled with joy. She charmingly shouted, Brother Xiao Xiang. The sound of her voice was gentle and lively, capable of captivating a person's soul. Chen Xiang admits that, although this girl was younger, whether it be temperament or appearance, she could stand shoulder to shoulder with the two beauties inside the ring. Let alone the fact that this girl was not yet too fully developed. Chen Xiang swallowed saliva and with a dry laugh said, this truly is the 18 changes of a grown woman one. I didn't think that this little girl will turn into a fairy. This girl was the Xue family's beloved daughter of the heavens, Xue Xianxian. This girl is my fiancée. Chen Xiang cried in his heart excitedly. If it was before, Chen Xiang would feel his heart constrict, because he didn't possess any spiritual veins. But now, he had the yin and yang divine veins. So long as he was given time, achieving the pinnacle level of martial arts was not just a fantasy anymore. Xue Xianxian lightly smiled, and little dimples emerged on her cheeks along with a charming blush which made Chen Xiang absent-minded again. Chen Tianhu laughed and then patted Chen Xiang's shoulder, saying, you two can catch up. Chen Xiang, while laughing, hastily ran out from the library. Coming into the courtyard, Chen Xiang, without any pleasantries, grabbed Xue Xiangxian's soft beautiful hands, and then quickly led her out of the line of sight of his father, as if they were going to do some bad things in their own small time. Chen Xiang, along with the little fairy, came to his own house, making many other Chen family children envious as they went. Xianxian, how long are you going to stay with the Chen family? Chen Xiang asked, while laughing, and squeezed Xue Xiangxian's cute, dimpled face. Xue Xianxian, with a smile, softly said, Xiao Xiang brother, my father, and I came to Wohu City to talk to you, so we're not going to stay for very long. During childhood, Xue Xianxian got a strange disease and came to Wohu City for a cure. At that time, Xue Xianxian body was weak, and looked thin and frail, so, in the Chen and Xuefa mills, she was often bullied. Only Chen Xiang took good care of her and played with her. During that time, it made her really happy. He also encouraged her to be strong, so she could fight her illness, and also gave her a few precious dans. These things were engraved in Xue Xianxian's heart and, even when she knew Chen Xiang didn't have any spiritual veins and thus no future in martial arts, she still decided to marry Chen Xiang. Chen Xiang was at somewhat of a loss. He also liked Xue Xianxian very much. When they were children, both families knew Chen Xiang did not have spiritual veins, so Chen Xiang also didn't have any playmates. Therefore, he and Xue Xianxian were like two peas in a pod. Brother Xiao Xiang, my family told me to dissolve the marriage, but I disagreed, so they made me go see the Yao family and meet their young genius of alchemy. Xue Xianxian saw Chen Xiang's complexion changing, and, with a chuckle, said, rest assured, I would rather die than marry that Yao family brat. Also, I have heard that he has a very nasty character. In the whole of the South Martial Empire, Xue Xianxian was considered a genius among geniuses, with her cultivation at the 6th level of the mortal martial realm and being only 14. On the other hand, the Yao family also had a 16-year-old genius, who was able to refine dans. In everyone's eyes, they were the definition of a perfect couple. Chen Xiang was very calm. He now had the yin and yang divine veins, and two unidentified, yet formidable, women as his tutors, so he now had the confidence that, in a short amount of time, he could catch up with the Yao family's young alchemist. Chen Xiang grinned, touching Xue Xianxian elegant charming cheeks, and smiled as he said, Xianxian, you go to Yao family and say you already have a fiancé, and, if he still refuses to accept, then tell him to come and challenge me. Seeing Chen Xiang being so confident, made Xue Xianxian very glad. She stood on her toes and kissed Chen Xiang on his lips, then, bowing her head, said, Brother Xiao Xiang, you must become stronger, I am worried about my family, as they will not hesitate to break us apart. Xue Xianxian gracefully moved through the courtyard, like a swallow, her movements agile and elegant, but also making Chen Xiang become distracted, like a fool. In his mind, the image of Xue Xianxian kissing his lips appeared. Chen Xiang licked his lips and, with a smile, said, that little girl has grown up a lot. Notes, 2, literally, the 18 changes of a grown woman. Meaning equals all of the changes that a girl goes through when turning into a woman. Chapter 0004, Divine Exercise of 4 Symbols. Little guy, you say your little fairy is attractive. Don't you think the two of us are attractive? In Chen Xiang's mind, a charming voice resounded. This voice belonged to Sumi Yao. Chen Xiang coughed twice, and, with a dry laugh said, as long as my wife is good-looking, haha. Of course, you two are certainly beautiful. Oh yeah. Sister Miao, hurry up and teach me those divine exercises and alchemy. You pervert, what are you trying to say? Sumi Yao spat and said. Nothing. Chen Xiang grinned while scratching his face, a strange look flashing past his eyes. In order to prevent Xue Xianxian from being disappointed, Chen Xiang intended to redouble his efforts and cultivate day and night. A faint trace of aura suddenly flashed from the invisible ring on Chen Xiang's finger, as both Bai Yuyu and Sumi Yao appeared in front of him, both wearing noble and elegant purple robes. Chen Xiang guessed that these clothes were already present inside the ring. At this time, the afternoon sun was very harsh, but it seemed that the two stunning girls were enjoying that annoyingly bothersome sunlight. The spirit chi around here is really poor. If you do not rely on dans, then it will be very difficult for you to enter the true martial realm. Sumi Yao, looking up at the hot sun, murmured. Chen Xiang was somewhat confused at how the two girls were able to enter and exit the ring at will. Additionally, they were also able to hear sounds through the ring. Chen Xiang entered the small residence with them. The inside was not very large, there was only one hall and 4 rooms. When compared to the huge Chen family estate, this was indeed considered quite small. In the small hall, Sumi Yao and Ba Yuyo were sipping the spirit tea prepared by Chen Xiang. This was from Chen Xiang's personal collection and he was usually reluctant to drink it. The spirit qi is really thin here. If you want to quickly elevate your strength, you would have to rely on dance. But before this, you must cultivate out the true qi flames one. Since you have the yin and yang divine veins, this will not be difficult for you. Sumi Yao said. Chen Xiang nodded his head, and said, Please, Sister Miao, give me advice. Come, I will teach you the Tai Chi Divine Exercise 4 and the Divine Exercise of 4 Symbols. Sumi Yao said in a charming voice, stroking her hair. That gesture was truly fascinating and charming, and even a bit flirtatious. Due to Chen Xiang's nearly infinite potential, Sumi Yao wanted his full attention, so she would have a fierce helper later. Sumi Yao's delicate hand covered Chen Xiang's forehead and Chen Xiang's mind was filled with many texts and runes revolving around. Each one was obscure and difficult to understand on their own, but, with Sumi Yao's help, he unconsciously mastered them. Sumi Yao said, I'm currently using my divine sense to transfer the steps for cultivation to you. I'm not just passing you the divine exercises but also my understanding of them, you just simply have to follow the steps. Chen Xiang was shocked, he did not think Sumi Yao would be able to use divine sense. In order to practice divine sense, one would have to, at least, be at the 6th level of the mortal martial realm. It is condensed by fusing together spiritual power and true force and can be described as a very mysterious, invisible and stateless spiritual force. Anything about us must be kept confidential and no one is to know about us, including your little wife. Ba Yuyu said with a serious and cold tone. Sumi Yao continued, I will tell you right now that my senior sister and I have numerous enemies, who could crush you simply by pointing at your head. As such, you have to keep our secrets. Also, we will not come out from the ring unless you are in dire straits. Chen Xiang's heart shuddered, he did not expect that he was harboring such dangerous two individuals. He quickly nodded his head before Ba Yuyu and Sumi Yao suddenly disappeared, entering the ring. Tai Chi Divine Exercise and Divine Exercise of 4 Symbols. Although it was only a small portion of the whole skill, Chen Xiang was still extremely excited. After all, he didn't know of anyone who had been given the opportunity to practice divine skills. In the world of martial arts, the skills were divided into the general categories of mortal level, spirit level, profound level, earth level, heavenly level, sacred level, and finally divine level. They are further separated into upper and lower grades. Dans are similarly ranked but they also contain a middle grade as well as the lower and upper grades. Heavenly level skills were very rare, and divine level skills were even rarer. Divine exercises are, after all, only practiced by legendary gods who have unfathomably formidable and overwhelming strength. They were said to be able to summon lightning to strike the earth and even change things that could be considered as acting against heaven's will, such as breaking the very fabric of space. The Tai Chi Divine Exercise was a foundation-building exercise, and was specialized for training the body using Qi cultivation. It is a very profound and powerful martial art heart law too. The Divine Exercise of 4 Symbols was divided into 4 parts, namely Azure Dragon, White Tiger, Vermilion Bird, and Black Turtle Divine Exercises, and these 4 divine exercises were auxiliary in nature and mainly helped in boosting the attack and defense of other martial skills. After practicing and understanding them, they could also be used to demonstrate formidable martial techniques. Chen Xiang arrived at the backyard of his house. Surrounded by lush green trees and breathing in the fresh air, he was able to clearly sense all 5 elements of spirit qis that existed between heaven and earth. Common spiritual veins were divided according to attributes, but Chen Xiang's yin and yang divine veins represents and contains all of the world's 5 elements, so he was able to practice all 5 elements of true qis. The Tai Chi Divine Exercise, although it was a profound heart law, Sumi Yao had transferred her understanding of it, so he quickly mastered it. He operated the Tai Chi Divine Exercise, and the Tai Chi Yin-Yang diagram in his danshan started rotating immediately. This made the spirit qi around him violently surge into his body. The absorption rate of spirit qi for any high-grade spiritual vein was extremely fast, as for a divine vein, the speed was unimaginable. At this time, Chen Xiang sat cross-legged at the cave entrance and operated the Tai Chi divine exercise. Spirit Qi entered his body, and immediately started purifying him. The spirit Qi transformed into a pure white stream, spreading through his body within his bones, muscles, and meridians, making his body sturdier. To become a formidable martial artist, one must purify the body, both internally and externally. Chen Xiang was now strengthening his internal body, and his internal body is generating a powerful qi stream containing formidable force. This is known as true qi 3. Chen Xiang unconsciously entered into a state of cultivation, with spirit qi madly surging into his body. If somebody saw this scene, they wouldn't believe their eyes. The divine skills of the Azure Dragon and the White Tiger specialized in attacking, while the Vermilion Bird divine skill mainly specialized in fire and the Black Tortoise divine skill specialized in defense. Practicing True Qi up to the large success stage would create a form in the Danshan, and, as Chen Xiang further practices the divine exercise of 4 symbols, he will be able to later create an Azure Dragon, Vermilion Bird, White Tiger, and Black Tortoise, the 4 divine beasts, in his Danshan. This means that Chen Xiang alone must cultivate the same amount as 4 people. Although it would be very laborious, his grasp of power will be far above others at the same level. As he simply started operating the Tai Chi divine exercise, refining spirit Qi into polished true Qi, a large amount of external spirit Qi surged into his body. True Qi was flowing inside the large and small meridians of his body, making his meridians much more sturdy. Morning came and pleasant sunlight entered the backyard and warmed Chen Xiang's body. He opened his eyes, which, for a moment, seemed to glow with electricity, and a wind arose around his body, dispersing the white morning mist. His body was covered with a layer of black filth, meaning that he had entered into the 4th level of the mortal martial realm. From the 4th level to the 6th level of the mortal martial realm, it was considered to be the start of a new stage. Now Chen Xiang had reached the 4th level, the opening vein stage. This stage had previously been unreachable for him. Chen Xiang, again, closed his eyes, attentively watching the Tai Chi yin and yang diagram. Within his Danshan, he discovered that there were 5 true Qi whirlpools, each separating into 4 directions with a clear core. Ordinary people would only one true Qi whirlpool, but he currently has 5. One could not even imagine how vivid his true Qi was. With this degree of vibrant true Qi, his strength was comparable to someone in the 5th level of the mortal martial realm. I've finally entered the 4th level of the mortal martial realm, now Dad doesn't have to beg those old men for herbs. Chen Xiang was rejoicing due to his breakthrough. When he thought about Xue Xianxian, who had entered the 6th level of the mortal martial realm at the tender age of 15, he immediately calmed himself down. Thinking about that Yao family's talented young alchemist hitting on his fiancée, Chen Xiang's heart became resolute. He had a desire to cultivate himself more strenuously, before going to the Yao family and challenging that so-called genius alchemy master. Start cultivating the Azure Dragon divine exercise. So, Miao said. Since her divine sense was restored to a certain degree, she was able to clearly sense the things going on outside. The divine exercise of 4 symbols, technically speaking, was only one divine exercise, but, in practice, was a comprehensive guide for boxing, palm techniques, kicking techniques, qigong and many others martial arts. After mastering the divine exercise, the prowess displayed is dependent solely on the individual. The Azure Dragon was centered around the true Qi of wood and contained both wind and lighting attributes. As such, cultivating the Azure Dragon divine exercise will allow the user to cast martial skills that contain either wind or lightning force. After taking a shower, Chen Xiang had a quick meal before coming back to his backyard to cultivate the Azure Dragon divine exercise. The Tai Chi divine exercise and divine exercise of 4 symbols were already integrated into his soul, so no matter how profound and mysterious they were, he was able to understand it. After half a day, Chen Xiang was operating the true Qi within his body according to the Azure Dragon divine exercise. Soon, he saw his body start to overflow with a soft azure aura. Sometimes lightning would flash within this azure aura and, from time to time, gusts of wind blew out from Chen Xiang's body. Chen Xiang had now grasped how to release the power of lighting and wind derived from wood attributed true Qi. However, for him, this level was insufficient. He wanted to be able to transform the wood true Qi into a fearsome wind and lighting to be used with other martial skills from the Azure Dragon divine exercise. Chen Xiang made the true Qi of wood, inside his body, flow into his meridians. Cycling through his body, again and again, the true Qi moved erratically, sometimes fast, sometimes slow. Occasionally it was similar to a large river, yet at other times, it flowed gently, like a small mountain stream. Notes: 1. A type of fire made of true Qi used for alchemical purposes, add more if needed. TL. 2. Here heart law can be interpreted as Sutra 3, Qi generated by the internal body. 4. An exercise is basically a cultivation practice which strengthens you. Chapter 005, Challenge 1 month later. As the moon rose into the sky, an azure light was flashing on the summit of a mountain. When looked at from afar, it looked like a star had fallen on the mountain's peak. In order to keep others from learning about his newfound strength, Chen Xiang used the excuse of gathering herbs to come to this mountain and cultivate. In order to absorb larger amounts of spirit qi, and to gain a better sense of the wind and lightning contained between the heavens and the earth, he came to this mountain summit. At this place, he could see dark clouds begin to rise and feel strong winds blow. Lightning occasionally sparked between the clouds. Suddenly, a thunderbolt fell directly down towards the mountain peak, as if striking to destroy it. This astonishing scene was actually a byproduct of Chen Xiang cultivating the Azure Dragon divine exercise. The fierce howling gale and the thunderous lightning in the sky were both caused by his cultivation. The moment the lightning bolt struck his body, not only did he start refining his body through its tyrannical force, but, from time to time, he was also absorbing its energy into his body. This action of his could be described as suicidal. Everyone knows that lightning is one of the most destructive forces of nature. Even true martial realm experts would not dare to face it, yet Chen Xiang was cultivating using the Azure Dragon divine exercise and actually wanted to use that natural lightning to assist his cultivation. This bizarre scene lasted until midnight. Chen Xiang's face, which had been distorted due to the pain, was now slowly returning to normal. His clothes were torn in multiple places, and he had numerous black scars all over his body, with smoke emitting from the crevices. Yet above all those scars, a bright azure light was shining. This azure light had a strong wood attribute aura, which aided his body in recovering from the injuries incurred by the lightning. As long as I become strong, this pain is nothing, said Chen Xiang, clenching his fist and shouting in his heart as he endured the pain from one lightning bolt striking his body after another. Letting the heavens temper his body with powerful strikes of lightning. This method truly deserves to be called a divine exercise. Not only does it affect the world around the user, but it also tempers the user's body with lightning strikes, making it stronger. Several days went past. During this time Chen Xiang had been repeatedly struck by lightning. Now, he had finally completed his basic body tempering. As Chen Xiang opened his eyes, 2 lightning bolts could be seen flashing within his eyes firm and resolute. It really was an astonishing sight. It is definitely worthy of being called a divine exercise. Mortal martial exercises aren't even worth farts in comparison to this. In just 1 month, it has enabled me to reach the 5th level of the mortal martial realm. At this time, Chen Xiang inspected the 5 true Qi whirlpools spinning within his danshan. Comparing them to how they had been before, they had already grown much larger. Chen Xiang could now control true Qi as he desired. This was the 5th level of the mortal martial realm, the true Qi realm. He was 16 years old and has already reached the 5th level of the mortal martial realm. Many would consider him a genius for this accomplishment. A crimson-colored true Qi resided on one of Chen Xiang's palms, the other held an azure-colored true Qi. Hand in hand, fire and wood true Qi were cultivated through the Azure Dragon and Vermilion Bird divine exercise. Chen Xiang felt as if he had shed his former skin and been reborn. Both his true Qi and his body were now incomparable to their former states. Then again, his body had been tempered and his true Qi had been cultivated through a divine exercise. Chen Xiang could finally understand why divine exercises were considered to be priceless. Truly, by cultivating these exercises people could gain godlike strength. The spirit Qi around here is thin. If you want your cultivation to advance by leaps and bounds, then you can only rely on Dan's. Now that you can release true Qi flames, you can finally begin to learn alchemy. Sumi Yao transmitted to him. Sumi Yao and Bai Yuya both longed for Chen Xiang to become strong as soon as possible. The quicker he got stronger, the sooner they could recover their strength. The sisters felt fear and helplessness at the loss of their former power. Well, if it isn't the Chen family's great young master? The Yao family's genius alchemist has challenged you. He wants to compete with you in both alchemy and martial arts. Chen Xiang had just entered the Chen family gate, when an arrogant teenager walked up and started talking to him. A challenge? When did this happen? Chen Xiang was a little surprised. He had only been away for a few days. That teenager started laughing at him, his voice full of disdain. So you haven't even heard? We all thought you were afraid and went into hiding. This all happened 10 days ago, because the Yao family's genius fancies your fiancé. You truly do have bad luck. Chen Xiang was barely enduring his impulse to beat this prick up. With a discerning fake smile, he replied, Chen Zhenhua, do you remember that time, when we were younger, and I made you fall on your face into dog shit? Are you sure you still want to talk back to me right now? The little prick was Chen Zhenhua, whose father was a commander of one of the Chen family's branches. There were a lot of Chen family branches located across the southern martial empire. The commanders of said families were also very strong, and only gathered at the Chen family villa for important matters. Chen Zhenhua's expression twisted in anger, but he had to bear it. His voice filled with ridicule, he snapped, of course I do. Let's see if you can defeat the Yao family's genius. I can't wait to witness your face when you lose your stunning fiancé. Chen Zhenhua departed, laughing. Chen Zhang snorted, before walking away to find his father. On his way there, he overheard that the Chen family had encountered some sort of an issue. As such, all the branch commanders had been summoned. Tianhe Park, inside the library. Chen Xiang ran up to his father and asked, Dad, is it true that grandfather has withdrawn from the patriarch's position? Chen Tianhe, while looking dignified, nodded and said, it's true. Your grandfather has gone into seclusion, wanting to join a martial arts sect. The Chen family's branch commanders are all coming here to compete for his position. A Chen family patriarch giving up his position meant that a new patriarch had to be elected. At that time many things are bound to occur, because many battles will take place, getting injured was also inevitable. Becoming a martial arts family's patriarch, one can have high authority, alongside rich resources and, because of this, many people are desperate to get the position, even at risk of their life. Chen Xiang's father would also compete for the patriarch's position, and, this time, Chen Xiang will certainly be involved. If he does not have enough strength, it will definitely be quite dangerous for him. Chen family patriarch position had never been inherited. It relied on a competition to elect the patriarch. After all, in this world strength was revered, and only with a show of strength would others be willing to follow you. So, for the Chen family patriarch position, others can only be convinced with strength. Chen Xiang saw that Chen Tianhu's complexion was very dignified, so he carefully asked, Dad, will this be difficult for you? Chen Tianhu, with a sigh, said, it is, indeed, going to be very difficult, as there are many who are competing with me for the patriarch position, including those two brothers with whom I have some scruples. No need to say this, but the Yao family genius also issued you a challenge. It would be best to reject him. Reject? After learning about this so-called challenge, Chen Xiang did not intend to refuse. He was now a stage 5 mortal martial realm martial artist, and also cultivated using divine exercises. Because he cultivates using Tai Chi divine exercises, he could restrain his Qi aura, and thus Chen Tianhu was unable to find out that his son had advanced by leaps and bounds. Dad, I will not allow the Shui family and the Yao family to look down upon me. I must accept this challenge. Chen Xiang's gaze was firm, his eyes were filled with the intention of war, and from his body emerged an immense amount of polished true Qi, which made Chen Tianhu's pupils contract, as surprise filled his heart. He could see that his son had advanced at an unbelievable rate. Chen Tianhu could only think that his son had come across a fortuitous event while out adventuring, but he refrained from asking. His son was strong, and that was enough for him. Chen Tianhe patted Chen Xiang's shoulders and, with a laugh, said, "Your dad will support you. You must make the Yao family genius know that there is something beyond the sky." Chen Xiang, with a hollow laugh, said, "Dad, can you support me with some money?" Although Chen Xiang's father lived a rather luxurious life, he himself was quite poor, as his father was worried that he would turn into a playboy. So his father only allowed him to live a simple life, which led to a dignified elder's grandson looking very plain in comparison to other Chen family members his age. Chen Tianhe was a man who preferred not to waste money, but in order to elevate his strength, and also help Chen Xiang, he has spent a lot. So he has not allowed Chen Xiang to spend money randomly. What for? I want to buy a spirit herb to plant and grow. Chen Xiang whispered, while rotating his eyes. Planting spirit herbs not only requires experience, but also meticulous care. Ordinarily those who plant herb are alchemists, generally old men with white hair. One teenager planting spirit herbs with no experience is unusual, as it also requires one to have much patience, as a good spirit herb requires many years to mature. For Chen Tianhe, it would also be his first time seeing a teenager plant spirit herbs, but, seeing the confidence in Chen Xiang's eyes, he sighed and pulled out a storage pouch. "If I come to know you are lying to me, I'll kick your ass to the point that sitting on a stool will be a nightmare for you for at least a month. Are we clear?" Chen Tianhe smiles as he made that terrifying comment, which made Chen Xiang tremble. "Here is 3,000 large spirit coins. If you don't have the confidence to double the amount, then, in the future, do not ask me for money again." Chen Tianhe took out one specially manufactured spirit note. Chen Xiang took it and, with a smile, said, "Rest assured, I will become Chen family's youngest alchemist." Chen Tianhe was shocked. He knew that Chen Xiang did not have a spiritual vein, thus alchemy would be impossible for him, but in his heart he is also secretly happy. If what he said becomes true, then it will make Chen family even more formidable. He knows that the Chen family has not had an alchemist for many years. Chen Tianhe laughed, "Quickly get out of here, don't even think about trying to trick me, or you will get a beating. I will go give the Yao family your response." Chen Xiang took the 3,000 large spirit coins and quickly left.